All right. We back, Dom. I mean, did you make it past the BET Awards? I mean,
I did go out to a couple of the events this weekend. I went to the experience where they kind of had like activations. Shout out to Clint. Clint had a World Series of Spades activation there.
okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that was really cool. I saw Saucy Santana perform a little bit before we left. Because at the experience, they had a stage where, people were performing. Lotto was performing that night, and it was like somebody else. But I'm mad that I missed Coco Jones performing the night before. I feel like they didn't push that a lot, but in general, whatever, I feel like back in the day, you used to see so much more advertising surrounding the BET experience as a whole. So whatever. But I met up with some friends up there, and we had a good time. Ran into I met Speedy. Uh, yeah, like that's like from Revolt, like Complex, all of that stuff. He's hosted different
Yeah, that's
shows.
Speedy. That's Jamie Foxx boy, right?
I guess I don't know, but he had a really good interview with Will Smith that went viral.
It was Will Smith.
He's light skinned.
Oh,
Yeah, Speedy
yes,
Mormon.
the
Yeah.
light skinned dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he has this thing where he calls people stink, like the girls stink. He's like, oh, what's up, stink? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I saw him and I said, what's up? So he gave me a hug. And he was like, what's up, stink? And he's like, oh, you smell real good. I was like, oh, do I smell like the beach? Do I smell tropical? He's like, no, you smell like money. So I was like, I smell like money. Okay, well, that's even better. I got my scent for the summer now. But it was a good time. We went to Arts and Beats that night, and then went to another party afterwards, Jerk and Jollof, which is really dope. It's a lot of Afro beats and stuff. So we just had fun that weekend, and watching the award Sunday. So yeah, that was it.
So let's talk about the awards. I have not watched. You told me last night. I said, "Do I need to watch it for our show?" You told me not to.
No.
Let's go into it.
As a person that has been to the awards and, like I said, different experiences, different parties and events surrounding the awards, it's always something that you look forward to. And I don't know what's going on over there at BT, but first of all, I'm trying to understand why this award show is so long. Like, it was longer than the Oscars. It came
Mm.
on. We didn't have an East Coast telecast. We were watching it when they, dropped it on the West Coast. So that means 7 p.m. at 11 something. I left my people's house at 11:30. It was still on. Why? Also, when did y'all start having all of these performances? It was like 20 performances.
Oh wow. Yeah, it was.
And
I heard you said it was just going on and going on and going
it was
on.
just going on and going on. So like they used to have like different awards that they would present on TV, like the sportsman, like the Good Sportsmanship Award. I don't even know if they had a fan award because I left. But like they normally say best actor in this role or whatever. None of that. None of that was there. So I don't
Wow.
know. It felt like a mini festival. Like it was so many performances. But also there was a huge lack of male performances. It was, like they had presenters and stuff, and like different performers were in the audience. But yeah, like the only men that performed was Will Smith, Kurt Franklin, and Childish Gambino. Oh wait, Shabuzi, and shout out to Jaquan because Shabuzi brought out Jaquan.
That was dope. I saw that clip online.
Yeah, so rapping for the home team for that. But outside of everything else, I was just like, what is going on here? And it was just like long. Like it was so long, and I just was confused just because of the lack of the awards. It was almost kind of like Essence Fest, but like we gonna throw in some awards here and there. That's how many performances it was. And I don't know if it was something where maybe a lot of people, like the men that maybe that are out now, could be on the road or something. But when I say it seemed like ladies' night, that's really what it felt like.
Oh, really? This ladies' night just.
Yeah, it was that much going on with women. Yeah. And then people were, I don't know, like I just don't know what's going on. Like, I have this whole thing and this whole problem that I think that we as a culture have with Black media in general. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was not it. This ain't it. It was not it. And not even the Usher lifetime achievement performances. I felt like Usher deserves so much more. So much more.
So it did that. So what was I'm trying to figure out what was the process and what was supposed to be.
Exactly. Okay. Right. So I would think you guys have been talking about this lifetime achievement award that Usher is going to receive for months.
And they hyped it up. It was hyped up for weeks.
Y'all had promo around it. You had Duran Bernard, JD in the commercials, like TT, like all these different people involved in this, and y'all are pushing people, driving, people, the viewers to watch the show. And we got that. It came out yesterday that Tiana Taylor and Victoria Monet have 48 hours to prepare for their performance. I don't know if that is the case for the other performers, but also the only male performer for the Usher tribute was Childish Gambino.
Yeah. And that was, and we'll talk about his speech in a second. Keep going.
So what was interesting to me is you have so many male vocalists that are really, really great. And again, outside of him, it's all these women. And I get it. Somebody said something. Oh, maybe it was because
the falsetto.
No.
That's what I heard. No. That someone was saying that it's because a lot of men can't hit that falsetto. And that's why they may have went with all women.
The main song that has that is Superstar. The big one.
Yeah.
Everything else he's singing in his regular tone. So that's not a good enough excuse for me. I'm sorry. I'm not receiving that. I'm not receiving that. And so I believe that, I don't know if people pulled out. I don't know what their process was. If it was always to just be, this lineup. Some people were trying to say, oh, well, he's been serenading women for so long. Maybe it is they were looking at it from the perspective of, oh, women can give that back to him. Well, then explain Childish Gambino. That don't make sense. Then somebody said, my homeboy was like, well, had you ever stopped to think if maybe Usher selected those people? I said, you're going to tell me that Usher selected Tinashe to perform? and I like Tinashe. She's an Aquarius like us. Mm-hmm. She knows her role and tends to typically stay in her lane. This was not her lane.
Look, I don't even know if I heard a Tinashe song, to be honest with you.
Tuan.
Maybe I just didn't never know who it was.
Tuan because that's featuring Schoolboy Q.
Okay.
Yeah, that was her first single that put her onto the scene. So ultimately, so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, none of it makes sense. Now I'm gonna say this. That Coco Jones, and this is a Coco Jones stan account. Baby, that's a superstar. The way she sang, oh my God, she did There Goes My Baby and could sing it and was walking down all these different things. It was dope. Childish Gambino was amazing because he opened it. And then you had Keke Palmer performing. Vocally, she's not strong, but she can dance. So she did You Make Me Wanna. And they did the whole breakdown. And she drops the pants. So, and we forget that Usher used to do that. So that was dope. But then after that, it just fell flat. Even Marsha Ambrosia singing Superstar, which low-key, not trying to be funny, probably should have been Faith Evans because she is all up and through the background vocal. Rock
That's
with
a
me.
good pick. That's a good pick.
Walk with
I'm
me on
making
it. If
faith.
you're gonna do that, like give us. So it seemed rushed. It seemed rushed. Like and the other girlies, like they performed, like Victoria Monet and Tiana Taylor. Victoria didn't sing. They did Bad Girl, and it was more of, or so it was more of, like them dancing together. But I'm trying to understand where were the men? Okay, you got Chris Brown on tour.
Yep.
Who is the main person that you would call? You had Durand Bernard in the commercial.
But do you know? I think people really still sleep on that man.
Not enough to be, not for them to have him in the commercial at doing like a full audition. No, like Durand is
Because that means you knew then because you used them for the.
you knew people are, they know, and it wasn't like, oh, Durand had a party Saturday.
So they
So
just dropped the
Tank,
ball on that.
you had Tank that could, he started the damn Superstar Challenge. And you're gonna tell me you didn't have Tank perform? Tyrese was in the audience. I know he is problematic and chaotic, but vocally the motherfucker can sing. He is very strong. You got Mario that can sing his ass off. People sleep on Mario. His own homeboys, you got Vito, you got Eric Bellinger.
Dang, yeah, you're right.
So I'm just trying to understand what happened here and how they dropped the ball. When I tell you, when Tinashe came out, I said, "Oh, you kidding?" And I got up and went in the kitchen and got another plate because the BET Awards was so long. I needed to get a second food.
I'm out.
I was not interested in that. I'm like, yo, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
She said deuces.
And I'm also confused as to how you guys out the gate didn't have L.A. Reid and Babyface introducing Usher. I get it. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they have collaborated on other tracks, but why wouldn't you have the people that found Usher, or like how we met Usher,
Right.
introduce him, and then y'all bring him out after the video montage and be like, oh yeah, it wouldn't be right if we didn't have L.A. Reid and Babyface up here.
No, you think?
It just didn't seem like as much as as much advertisement as they spent on it, it didn't go into the performance. And he can say, I enjoyed it because I felt like he had to say something. But Usher might have been drunk. I'm convinced Usher was gone.
You think he was drunk?
And I'll tell you why. Aside from the performance falling flat after Coco, when Usher gave his speech, I mean, we don't know Usher, and I get it. It's the BET Awards, so it's a little more ghetto than the NAACP Awards. The NAACP Awards is a different tier. But the F-bombs, the MFers, and all of this, and just going off on, like, talking about he was this bastard kid and he wasn't supposed to be, he had all this stuff. That's how I knew that Usher is not sober.
You think it's sober, or he was actually going through something? Maybe
he could have been going through something, because I said, hey, he might need to call his therapist this week, because he kept going in. He stayed, and that's why I felt like maybe he was intoxicated, because it kind of felt like drunk, like drunk thoughts, like how you've been wanting to say something and just get it out. That's how it felt. Because at one point when he was talking about, like, people deserve forgiveness and and he even said, Tamika, I'm trying.
Oh wow!
Like, nigga, he yelled it out. Tamika, I'm trying. Everybody's
I'm
like,
trying
ooh,
here,
ooh, ooh.
sweetheart.
So it just
I'm trying.
and and BET muted the majority of it because they didn't know what was gonna happen. But I, was able to see somebody uploaded the version where it was like from the actual the like theater or whatever. And yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I was like, man, Usher, either something triggered him or it was the champagne talking. And that's honestly really how it felt. It was a lot.
So you think, yeah. I'm just wondering.
Tamika, I'm trying.
Oh, but I mean, it's I didn't know he was this.
Yeah.
So is he talking to his ex saying that?
Yeah, like because his kids was there, like the oldest, the two he has with Tamika, and he didn't say, but it was just like he just blurted it out. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this, and I'm not making fun of him. I'm just like, what is going on? What
Yeah, like
happened?
what's
And
the deal? What's
again,
going
it's
on?
the BET Awards. He was probably like, I could be a nigga here. I could be myself. But he said, like, literally, there was one part that was really interesting that stood out. He was like, kind of talking like, oh, motherfuckers was that's his words, not mine. Motherfuckers was playing with me, wasn't fucking with me. And these men up here, and it was the Jimmy Jam and Terry, Babyface, L.A. Reid, Jermaine Dupri, and like a couple other dudes. He's like, they always had my back, and I'm always had theirs.
But he's basically saying F. Somebody was saying that they thought he was referring to Diddy for some part.
I could see how somebody thought that. I could see that.
He's like something about forgiveness and like we need to forgive and stuff like that or something.
I didn't forgiveness. I didn't take that as if he was talking about forgiving Puffy.
I think it's about his dad, right?
I took it along the lines of him talking about his dad, him trying to work through that because he's clearly still working through that. His relationship with Tamika, and I felt like he was just saying, like, in general. I didn't take that part as Puffy. I took the motherfuckers part as Puffy.
Oh, okay.
I felt like that shade could have potentially been there because, like, think about it. Like, okay, let's have a full transparency moment here. Mm-hmm. And if we have any listeners that are victims of sexual assault or abuse, I don't want to trigger you, and I'm just disclaimer now. We know the truth and what happened there. That's why his mama came and got him. And I think sometimes what happens is that it takes people a while to process what has happened to them. Why did it happen to them?
And that it actually even did happen too. Like, dude, like,
and you gotta think how young he was. So think about it in that perspective. Not that I'm not gonna say that I don't. We just know he was very likely sexually assaulted.
Or putting, if at the least, we know for a fact that he had him around and have been around a whole bunch of different women and stuff, and like, doing crazy. So, at the minimum, we know that's the minimum.
Exactly, at the minimum. And so in that case, that puts him in a situation where he is taken advantage of because he is so young. And at that age, you are very impressionable. And you're like, I just want to make it. And you're thinking like, well, if this is what I have to do, then, it is very conflicting inner thoughts that you could be having. And you have to confront that. So maybe this week's session, or if he had it brought it to the forefront. So think about the Cassie situation. In a sense, could be triggering to him. I mean, think about that. And the other women that are coming out and saying things, and the young man that came out and said something.
Whoa, what if he really is doing? That's a deep shit. You just dropped right there, though, Dom. That he could
think about it. And I would love, like, Usher I have like a list of like people that I would love to interview or that I want to interview. Usher is one of them. Of course, Babyface, because he is just so great. Bobby Brown. But it's just really, I would be interested to know, whereas mine is like, you know, Usher has had such a long career in the industry, starting so young. He's seen things, he's experienced things, he might have even done things. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna leave at the done things.
Well, so overall, I mean, dang man, that's a heater right there though.
My water not dirty, y'all. It is. I had ginger in the water after I juice, so it's like a little green residue because of the celery.
So overall, what do you get from what you watched the BT Awards? What would you give it?
I would give it a 4
out of 10. Is that a 5 or 10?
Out of 10. But I'm going to say like the performances that were there, it wasn't like they were bad. You know, Sexy Red performed. The performances were good. There were some people I was like, okay, I don't know why you performing this year. I don't know you to have a new single. So again, you're filling space when that could have been for something else or not put in at all. You know, I really enjoyed Meg. I enjoyed Glorilla performing. You know, even Sexy Red. And even though a lot of people was really upset that Sexy Red got to perform and that her whole, you know, like her, because, you know, she had Sexy for president, that whole thing. And it was like, you know, like the White House and all of that. People, you know, was really mad about that. And people were mad that, oh, this is nothing but twerking and this is just hype over sexualizing women. I talked to my homeboy about it last night on live, and he felt like they were trying to push out the black man. I said, nah, I didn't get that deep. I don't look at it like that. I can see how you got there. And then when he started to explain it, I was like, well, okay, I could see that. But I don't think it's that. I would just like them to say, hey, these motherfuckers was booked and busy. And we wasn't paying for them to come in, and we got who was gonna be here, and we can guarantee. But it's still like that's not a good enough excuse, at least for the Usher tribute, because you had so many vocalists in that audience.
But they might not be able to get them. They might have been like, Tank might have been like, hey, because he getting ready to go on tour. Maybe he's trying to save his voice for tour, and he's like, man, I know what y'all doing.
I think he is off tour. I think his tour just wrapped.
Oh, it's over?
There was that show wasn't a lot of dates. That tour wasn't a lot of dates. Him, Carrie Hilson, and who was that?
Carl Thomas.
Yeah, that wasn't a big tour.
Oh shoot! Did not know that. Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like it is over.
Yeah, it's no excuse. Y'all had him hosting on the red carpet in the pre-show.
Yeah, it looked like it was, I didn't hear anything about it though. Damn. I assumed it hadn't started yet.
Yeah, that's over.
Damn. I mean, John Brown. It ended in June. Son of a B. Okay. So he I'm tripping. Okay. I just didn't hear anything about it because and it was just a few tour dates. Maybe they was just trying to get their feet wet with it. Because it looked like only 6-7 dates here.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It wasn't a lot. You got Lucky Day. Now I know Lucky Day is on tour, but there's so many other things that could have I just feel like they dropped the ball, but that's me though. And I woke up yesterday irritated and about it. I was just like,
they could have did some stuff with it where, I mean, I don't know how much they want to spend. Why don't they go out to where Chris Brown and he do a special performance there? Like
that's what I was saying.
They do that stuff. They
do it all the time. There's no excuse. That's what I'm telling you. Like motherfuckers was.
But they didn't have to be there. You could just put on the big screen Chris Brown doing, you know, Bad Girl. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think. What would you think he should have? Do you think Chris Brown should have done? There we go.
Okay, if
Chris he only gets one song. He only gets one song.
He only gets one song, and we know Chris Brown's can dance his ass off. And here's weird thing. Let me tell you, this is how weird interesting. They had Summer Walker perform, and she sang their collaborative song exactly. And she did their song that they have together called Good Good. So if you're gonna do that, then Chris Brown could have done a New Flame. It's easy.
I'm saying you don't have to call.
But if we are going, I would say that or My Way.
Yeah, but it's got to be somewhere he could dance to. I don't need no ballad from Chris.
My Way.
No disrespect. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My Way.
My Way.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what? They could have had Tyrese do My Way. He was in the video.
That's what I said.
That's what I'm just thinking now. Like, now it's coming to me now from you just saying that.
Friend.
They messed this up. That would have been a cool flip twist though too.
Like if they'd have did Tyrese, that. Like let's not sit up here and act like fucking Tyrese can't sing. Tyrese can sing.
But he got that baritone voice though. That's the only thing, and that might be the issue because Usher's got that higher voice, alto.
Well, yeah, but it depends because how you gonna act like that? Which is
My Way though.
My favorite Tyrese song.
Which one?
How you gonna act like that? He ain't deep down there.
No, he's not. How you gonna act like that? And that is a bomb song, though.
And the video dope too. Cause the rooms was changing and all of that.
I'm in part through the lady, man. Lady just. And Maya Campbell's in the video, and that's all us cats, late 90s high school cats. That was our girl. Like for
yeah, I like Maya Campbell. She's pretty.
Yeah, that was our girl. That was our girl, man. We could just wish we could save her. That's a whole nother discussion. We could have saved that woman.
Man.
So what did you think about the Childish Gambino's comments when he was like, I got more Grammys than Will Smith, but I got less BET awards than Sam Smith.
That was funny. So I was trying to figure out.
You see the thing where they show Will Smith in the back laughing at it, like watching him say that?
But it's true.
Yeah. He said, I got more Grammys than Will Smith, which is ridiculous. He said, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. But think about it from this perspective. They didn't really give him nothing for like what? I think he got maybe for This Is America. His BET award, but like,
did he get one for a TV show in Atlanta?
I don't know. I thought maybe it was This Is America, but I don't know. Well, the one that he has one. Him and Sam Smith have one. My question is like that summer where like Redbone was everywhere.
Redbone's still a hot song though. Don't get it.
It is.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to look and see what awards he got.
Just Google Childish Gambino BET Awards. See what.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm trying to pull up now. But it's going, man. This might pop up his. Oh, you know what? I can just click on this show Atlanta. It'll tell me all the awards for it, and then I can do the same thing. So he did not get a BET award for Atlanta at all. He got tons of others, everything, Golden Globes, NAACP or Image Awards. Let's see what he got for music. Because he did not get it for that.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
All right. So nope. He got one. Oh, he got nominated for Atlanta twice. He got nominated for being Spider-Man Homecoming, which he was barely in that movie. He got it for This Is America Video of the Year in 2019.
That's what I was like. I think it was This Is America.
Yeah, but even think about all the other stuff with, like you said, with like Redbone and I'm surprised he didn't get it for none of them seasons of Atlanta.
Atlanta is I want to go back and watch Atlanta. And I'm like, I was gonna talk to you about that. I was like,
we need to do a review. Oh, you know what? Take that. Oh, he got 2 BET Hip Hop Awards though for This Is America.
Okay.
But one regular BET award.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta is an awesome show. Atlanta is an awesome show, man.
It's so great. It's so great.
And the way it ends, where you don't even know if none of this shit happened for real.
Dog, I'm so pissed off about it. I literally sat there in front of the TV there. I was just like, you gotta be shitting me. You have got to.
But I like that though. That was dope to end it like that. Like, nigga, none of this shit, man. Because you gotta think all this shit was ridiculous that was happening. There's no way it could have really happened in a timeline.
But I think about, so I think about the weird things, like just the strange, obscure things that even happen to us. I don't know. You know, like, what are the chances that a nigga really pees in my bed? What are the chances that I'm fucking a nigga and then he falls out the bed in the middle of the night? And I'm like, I panic and I call my best friend instead of like trying to like that nigga could have died. Let me cover my ass. Let me call my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, or obscure, like weird, obscure things that just happen to us in general. Like, you know, like I think that's why Atlanta is like the whole thing with them trying to get out of that mall, get to the parking lot, get to their car. Like that shit be happening. That's happened to me at Universal Studios. It didn't take me somewhere else, but I was in my boots and my feet was hurting. I was not drunk, could not find my car. Could not find it. Remembered where I parked and everything. Had to flag down security at some point to get on the damn golf court to find my car. So it's like, as crazy as it is, it be making sense. I've been in parties where shit like when they was at the one they was in London or whatever, and shit get weird. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, maybe I should just leave. But then you want to stick around to see, like, okay, what the fuck is really gonna happen here?
Right.
So
shout out to that, man. I like, so giving a 4 out of 5 overall. We're gonna have to go back into Atlanta, man, because BT, shame on y'all too, if for not giving them an award for that. No wonder he's upset. No wonder he's upset. He was just joking. He probably don't give a fuck for real. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I mean, I can see how somebody could too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a part of who he is.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. This is gonna be interesting. Hold on. Oh snap. Hold on.
No audio.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like. Let's rewind this now. Why is it no audio on that? All right, while I'm getting this right with the audio, this case is interesting. Go with Anthony Edwards. You have this new information on the one Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man. I love him. I didn't know about this. Look, this is, you have it. You have the floor.
Daryl.
Yes.
What I really want to know is, when are we going to have a meeting to start our agency? When I tell people and I kind of talk about the idea, and I was like, what do you think about this? If there was a place where, you know, like where you have regardless of who you are. You might be a businessman that might have a face fronting the world and blah, 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 blah. We're not Ashley Madison because they couldn't guarantee you the privacy, the security. But what we can do is provide you with this NDA. And it is a preventative measure that we would put in place for you to make sure you're good. We're not fixers, like Olivia Pope. We are preventers.
We're trying to help you not get jammed up.
We're trying to help you not get jammed up. Exactly. And so for a monthly fee, you would have us on a retainer where we would, hey, these are already notarized. We're going to send them over to you. We need a virtual signature. We are also going to print a copy out because, girls will get sneaky or men will get sneaky and try to, take it out your phone, out your bag or whatever. But we just going to look out for you. So we got, just sign it, send it back. You could text it to us. Whatever's quicker for you, you can email it. And we got your back. Because I think if Anthony Edwards had used our services, he wouldn't be jammed up again. The first time he paid $100,000 for that lady to get an abortion. And now it has come out, which I thought we spoke about it here before, where allegedly he has a secret child. Now, mind you, his main girlfriend just had a baby. Or is having a baby if she hasn't had it yet.
Yeah.
But back in November,
we had the other girl when he was standing on business, like, hey, I need you to take this pill in front of me on FaceTime.
Yeah. So this girl says a woman is coming forward saying he fathered a son months before he and his girlfriend had their daughter. So he had that baby. So the girl said this was back in November when Ben knew he had a little girl before our son, literally a month before. But see how I always kept it P, literally said congratulations to the one on the way. So that's 3 kids now. So actually, no, this is a different chick. We did talk about that other situation on here.
Yeah. We talked about the one where he
No, it was a second one. So now he got 3 kids.
Man, I need you to chill, baby.
So here's the thing. I'm just trying to understand why y'all niggas don't want to put condoms on. And why and knowing the industry that you're in, but also not trying to be funny, you can get worse than a baby. You can get worse than a baby. You get herpes, you can get HIV, you can get AIDS. And with the alarming numbers that just dropped in Houston a couple weeks ago.
Is that true?
Yes, that's true. A nurse came out and was saying how they had like this spike in AIDS cases.
Shoot.
Yeah, so that report is true because that was in a lot of places that was posted. But then a nurse dropped like a reel the other day talking about it. I don't understand. I'm too much of a hypochondriac to be out here in these streets like this.
Ooh, okay, all right.
And it's like just think about it because y'all always look at kids. Oh, 18 years. 18 years is it's a short time, but it's a long ass time.
And it's not just 18 you're dealing with it. That's forever if you're going to be a real father or parent. It's forever. That's your whole life. That's your life.
And with your salary, it's not like you paying $1,000 a month.
Oh no.
You're going to be paying thousands. So why not let us come in and protect you, your legacy, your finances? We can get an accountant on board too.
Yeah,
where you are, where you good. I'm just saying. What would our retainer be? What would our retainer be?
How much did you say that how much you think that they're gonna pay in child support? Look, hold on. That's how we do your thing. We take half of what you was gonna end up being paid for child support. So if you make, we go by how much you got. So if it look like if you have a baby, it's gonna be $15,000 a month. We're gonna charge you $7,500 a month.
I feel like that's fair.
It's cheaper.
I was thinking more along the lines of or
$7,500 for the year. What we just give us 1 month, a half of what you was gonna be paying for child support on this kid.
But we would have to look at it from the like, okay, so will we both go get notarized or whatever? Like how much is for us to get the notary? We would do that.
Yep.
And then
but they may not need attention 24/7 either. So $7,500 for a year to $10,000 a year might not be bad.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like $10,000 and we can like refer us to your homeboys.
Yep. And then referral, you get 1,000 dropped off.
Yeah.
If you give us 10 cats, you damn near be in this bitch for free.
Yeah.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
So that's crazy. So if I run into an athlete this weekend, I'm gonna just say, hey, this is crazy. Like what I'm about to say to you, I'm not propositioning for you for sex, but
I'm not trying to holler,
but listen to this and then tell me what you think. And would you do this? Because I told my homeboy that's like a comic and an actor. He said, shit, I would do that.
Let's help mitigate your losses.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm like, you would be a retainer. We would get one of our lawyer homeboys, the homegirls to draw up the NDA. These are the rules and the regulations.
And we just simply helping you out. Just bring
and that for us for real, that would just go back into the podcast and like extra like
but how many? I mean, I guess my question would be for them cats. What is it worth to you?
Yeah.
What is that worth to you?
Yeah.
Because obviously, like you said, keep your condom on.
And I'm like, it's discreet. And if they violate this, then you could turn around. I'm like, we will put in there that you would be able to, like sue them for defamation.
Hey, suing somebody for defamation would be wild. And you got a kid with them too. Like, I wonder how that would work.
Well, the whole situation, even with Chris Brown, that first girl, she violated their agreement.
Really?
Yeah. So because he knew he had that kid. He knew. It was just Carucci didn't know, like just like the rest of us. So there was something there where she violated their agreement or whatever when she spoke out and said that she wanted more money.
Oh wow. Huh. Who would have ever thought that? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, wow. And oh man, it's
and people think that this is like, oh my God, like you're sleeping with the enemy. No, I'm not. A lot of people, and I think the thing is that we need to have an honest conversation about what's happening here. Do I believe that if you want to fuck around and be, do all of this stuff, do I think that you should get married? Probably not, especially like these young cats.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that you should do that. Like live life, have fun, but have fun responsibly. You guys think so quickly about the moment and you don't realize the long lasting effects that happens. So if we could just get you for like a split second, we could change the trajectory of a lot of shit.
Your whole life.
There's no way that young boy that's like 22 has a baby by Drea. Like there's no way.
That's wild though. It's like wild. It's wild. And it's nothing wrong with it on his face, but the idea of it,
yeah,
is still weird,
still predatory. Like there are going to be people, regardless of what your age you are, what's happening. All they see is dollar signs. What Rihanna say? All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs.
I need to download that song again. I love that little song. All right, this is the case I got for you here.
Okay.
You did not know about this individual, but it's been a big deal, and I'm gonna break some stuff down to you about him.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox 9, Gina Francine. As we continue with your Monday morning headlines, we are following breaking news this Monday morning coming out of Tampa, Florida. Tampa police looking for whoever's responsible for a shooting that left a Florida rapper dead. It happened early Sunday morning outside a hotel. Charles Jones was among the 4 people shot. Fans knew him as Julio Folio. Fox 13 Tampa's Kelly Cowan is live from the Tampa Police Department this morning with more on this developing story. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. And there is concern that this could lead to even more violence, more shootings in Jacksonville. That's because that is where this rapper was from. And he did have a long-standing history of posting provocative videos and songs, creating songs where it glorified not only violence, but specifically violence against fellow rappers and other groups in Jacksonville. Jones, known for making diss tracks and music videos joking about the murders of rivals, and even shooting one music video in a graveyard and mocking another rapper who was shot and killed on his birthday. Now, several local stations in Jacksonville are reporting that Jones was shot twice in the last 3 years. He survived those, and now his murder could fuel even more violence.
This is the downside of that kind of nature that goes around, that gets associated with the music industry and the rappers.
All right, I'm gonna break this down to you more, Dom. You just stop. Okay, go ahead.
That was the guy that was dancing in this. I heard about that.
He took Fantasia's "When I See You." Is like, and he flipped it like, "When I see you, I'm gonna get you, kill you." When I see you, and then we flipped it on some. Like, when I see you,
that's who that is.
Yep.
Now, I ain't trying to be funny, and I'm not saying that people deserve death sentences or anything like that. You don't go to the cemetery and do the shit like that. You are asking.
Oh, I mean, the next and like doing stuff on his thing, like standing on him and stuff, like dancing on his grave. Like,
you are asking for what just happened.
Yeah, but this is the twist, the plot twist, the small plot twist. So he got shot in Tampa. He was out of town. They rode all the way from Jacksonville and found him. He was posting where he was for his birthday. That was on his birthday, Dom. The dude, supposedly, that sent the people to do it, comes out with a diss track 3 hours later with a full-on music video called I Told Him to Drop You, is the name of the song, I believe.
Why do niggas do that? Like, why can't y'all just... So now we got 2 people that's gonna lose their lives.
Well, supposedly his crew killed the other guy, it's like Edmund BH, Young and Ace. All right, so hold on, let me find this out, y'all, for y'all can. I'm not playing it though.
He's like, I ain't playing it though.
No, I'm saying I don't want to even give him no.
Oh yeah, no.
The song is called "Game Over," but he said, when I made that call, they told me to have him dropped. So Young and Ace supposedly had this done. Now I don't know how Young and Ace is not being picked up, because he comes out with a song, Fuel music video, Dom. 3 hours after the dude is dead, it's up. How are you not?
Telling y'all about posting stuff like that?
I'm talking about the police. Now I'm gonna say the police are in on it, but the police, feds. I dropped a video saying, and I'm literally making fun of this guy that just died 3 hours ago, and I said I made the call for it to happen in the song. It reminds you of and it's crazy how the Boondocks just keeps on, being prophetic. When he was talking about, the Gangstalicious, and he was like, it's just like when he said, I got shot. It was Terrell. Like, it was that whole thing of like, dude. And then he was like, I hit him with the Hennessy bottle. And it was all that stuff. Yeah, if you have not listened, go check out the story of Gangstalicious, Boondocks.
Wait,
this is similar to
what they say, you silly Gangstalicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then he ended up being gay.
Yeah. he had remember he had that song, his new platinum song,
Homies Over in Love.
and Homies Over Hoes.
Yeah.
Homies Over Hoes. Do the whole man. Do the whole
man.
Hey man, and the song was talking about kicking chicks out the VIP and only your homies gonna be there.
Hey.
But the Folio thing, I'm like this is getting bad for rappers now. Like I feel like when rappers died when we were younger, it was like, man, like dang.
But it's like every week. Cause like even like not trying to be funny. Yeah. But like that shit just happened in Toronto with Rick Ross and all of them.
Yeah, we could talk about that too.
Yeah. That sounds like y'all are playing. Y'all are playing like y'all just because somebody played a song.
Yeah.
And y'all jumping on people, and then his baby mama is fucking weird. That's just weirdo behavior. And you just doing too much, and somebody go like this shit. Like y'all can't end up there. Like Rick Rock, like Drake, somebody y'all gonna keep playing. Y'all gonna keep playing till somebody really close to y'all come up dead or one of y'all. And then what you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, but Young and Ace, man, like, please don't be. I mean, like, can we get something else going, y'all? We don't need to necessarily have all this, killing and murders, man, over rap stuff, man.
Baby.
But or I'm gonna flip it. Or is it stuff that was already territorial beef stuff and it's just spilling over to wax? Because I think these people had problems before rapping. It's just the rap makes it even more exacerbated and makes it bigger than what it could be. But Julio Folio, man, like he'd already been shot 2 different occasions.
Damn.
But yo, for low key, Jacksonville is like maybe just as dangerous as Chicago right now, or maybe more right now.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
So it's all these rappers it's a whole bunch of stuff going on out of there. Hold on, his mom doing a documentary. Do we need a documentary on Julio Folio? No disrespect.
Look, hold on, wait. Speaking of. Well, I'll play when we talk about the next subject.
Dang, Young and Ace's new video. This video has 2.5 million views in one day.
Damn.
Oh, the track's called "Do It." I'm sorry, y'all. It's called "Do It."
But he's still
profiting off of it, like, and these record labels.
But he gonna be. But see, okay.
But these record labels are
caught up, and even if he didn't do it,
I'm saying how we ain't just in the middle at the minimum bringing you in for questioning.
Exactly.
Like at the minimum
in the first 48.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't know if we need to get here, and I don't know how it would be, but we gotta figure out some way to start making these record labels be somewhat responsible or implicated in some of these situations, because or if this artist's numbers start running up, you can't get no money off of it off the back end. Like if this artist gets killed and you can't profit off of it.
They were saying that about Empire Records because so many of their artists was coming up dead. And they was doing all that money.
Yeah, they were putting life insurance policies out, putting life insurance policies on their artists, and they're pulling the bread out.
Yep.
Because they took bit to get some bread back. But man, Julio Folio, man, rest in peace, brother. But man, you was living reckless, as Dom said. You was already kind of cruising for a bruise in there, brother. All right, next up.
Answer my question yet.
I'm not going to answer that question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate. I'm not trying to get
anybody else. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is...
Oh, hold on. That's the wrong quote.
Well, it's relevant.
Yeah, it's relevant. as I pull up the official clip, Young Thug's case has been put on halted because it's a shit show.
Because that judge, we saw that shit that happened a couple weeks ago with them arresting the attorney, Young Thug's attorney, just for asking like how y'all meeting, how y'all having this conversation, y'all not sharing this information, y'all have to share that with us. And because I'm questioning you, now you act as if I'm in contention, you the one that's really in contention. Like what?
And how'd you find that out? That's like if your girl catch you cheating, you'd be like, hold on, you went through my phone? Like,
I don't know what's going on. Like, all I know, it says Young Thug's racketeering trial has been put on hold indefinitely. The winding legal case ongoing since the rapper's indictment back in May of 2022 has ground to halt after the Fulton County Judge Ural Glanville was accused of misconduct, according to the New York Times and the BBC. On Monday, the judge agreed to send a motion for his recusal. Did I say that right?
Yeah, recusal. Yep.
Okay. From the trial, from another judge to weigh in, and that the trial will remain in recess until then, the outlet reports. Thug's defense attorneys have claimed the judge had held an improper meeting with prosecutors and a lead witness. Glanville has denied multiple motions for recusal. In the last few weeks, jurors have not heard arguments for 2 weeks. Yo, this shit is wild. And so for me, I feel like,
you know what I'm gonna say.
Like, I think we're both still shocked that this has not been declared a mistrial.
And I don't know why and I know they're because this is Fanny's crew. This is her prosecutors and stuff.
This is wild. And so I'm like, okay, so since it is indefinitely, does that make Young Thug still ineligible for bond because they didn't want to give him bond?
I'm sure his attorney's going to try to get him bond.
Yeah, because that's crazy. This will be the third judge on this trial.
Yo, like what world do we live in where this case is this ridiculous? And the Atlanta cases, maybe in general, they've been like this in general. Like, think about the Fannie Willis incident with the improper things going on potentially with the Donald Trump situation. Hey man, Young Thug might have to give props to Trump, because if she wouldn't have been messing with Trump, she probably would have been her office probably been way more focused on him, and it wouldn't have had nothing salty coming out. He probably would definitely be up under the jail by now if she didn't try to go after Trump.
This shit is wild.
And you think about Trump, like the New York dude has one of the weakest cases, and he got that one, but he was on it. Like he tied it. Look, he wasn't playing no games. You ain't heard nothing about him. He might have recused himself. He recused himself in life from the world because I'm trying to win this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is weird. Like, and it's almost a joke. Like, y'all, this is a joke. Y'all are making a joke out of the legal system, and it's been a joke any fucking way. And so, like, at this point, like, y'all have no choice but to let Young Thug out. I don't think he a flight risk, to be honest.
But he's not a flight risk.
I don't think he a flight risk at all.
Yeah, he is.
You think so?
No, no, he's not a flight risk. I can see him trying to leave the state though, but come back. Like, I don't think he's like trying to leave the country, not come back. He's be like, I gotta perform the BET Awards, and they're gonna be like, no. And then he's gonna be like, what was it? That just got jammed. BG got jammed up like that because he didn't want to do a show in Vegas with
Okay.
No, you're not supposed to be conforming with other felons.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's different. Yeah.
But yo, you need to let your parole officer know that, hey, I'm doing Boosie show. You know, I know I'm not supposed to be controlled with other felons, but
yeah,
I gotta get this money. And he didn't. He just popped up on Instagram performing with Boosie. And his parole officer sitting there, oh, really? Violated. You have been violated.
So such an idiot. Such an idiot.
All right, our last story. This is for you from Cali. This is California.
California is set to launch the nation's largest government-funded reparations effort of its kind, allocating $12 million from its next budget for Black residents, citing decades of racial injustice. It's a far cry from the billions of dollars a task force recommended earlier this year.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
But considering the state's $50 billion budget shortfall, advocates said they're pleased any money got allocated. Movements to compensate Black people for the wounds of slavery and segregation gained new steam following the 2020 death of George Floyd and the ensuing protests. Now cities and states are taking action. DC's 2025 budget proposal includes $1.5 million to study the feasibility of reparations. But some efforts have hit roadblocks. In late May, a conservative advocacy group sued to stop the country's first ever government-funded reparations program in Evanston, Illinois, arguing that the effort discriminates against other ethnicities. Around $5 million from the program has already been paid out to nearly 200 people. This month, the Oklahoma Supreme Court struck down a lawsuit seeking reparations for the last two survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. California's effort still faces opposition from Republicans as well, as some Asian and Latino lawmakers who say it's unfair to make current residents pay for the wrongs of the past. The state budget doesn't outline how the reparations will be paid out, but state lawmakers say it will be worked into reparations-related bills. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Taylor. If you want more...
All right. Dom, when you getting your check?
What she said is that I'm not getting one. They're about to funnel it into a program. See, I got a problem with that. Because they did that shit with the homeless people out here, and that ended up being a scam, and that ended up being in other people's pockets.
Really?
There was a whole initiative where they were supposed to be trying to clean the streets up, which, listen, and they figured out that it was all a scam, that all this money went into this homeless program out here, and they funneled that money into people's pockets.
Dang. This will help clean up Skid Row and all that stuff?
And get them in programming and housing and all of that. And it was a huge, huge scam.
Dang.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we voted on that, and that's what happened. So I'm just not seeing that it's not going to go into people's pockets. And then it's always let's not sit up here and act like the Japanese didn't get reparations. The Jews didn't get reparations. And the main people that y'all owe that shit to, y'all always play in our face.
Native Americans too.
Native Americans, all of that. And y'all consistently, y'all, and all the niggas is gonna do anyway is put it back into the economy and go shopping. Not trying.
That's not their fear though. I think their fear is that the stronger, like more fiscally financial black people are gonna become just as powerful as them. Yeah, that's their fear. That's their fear.
It's just like, yo.
Let's think about this. If somebody, let's just say they gave out 50 grand checks, and the regular person that went to college just better pay off their student loan. Like that alone is going to open up that person to be able to do so much more in their life. Or take that 50 grand and put it on a house.
Yep.
Now they got real estate. Now you got something that's appreciable that you can pass down to your family for generational wealth.
It's just really wild to me that we are still having this conversation and that nobody, like, for y'all to even, we're going to put it into programs. We're not necessarily going to give y'all anything. It's at one point, they were going to give people like the money out here. You would have got, like depending on how long you would have been in California or, or whatever, like would have determined how much you would have got. Like that's what initially they was talking about. So the fact that y'all are putting this into programs, I don't necessarily believe that y'all are really going to do anything that is going to incentivize like people and help really elevate people, just because we've seen what has happened out here with just the homeless people. Now y'all really got them fucked up because it's illegal to be homeless, but you ain't got no place for them to go.
Dang.
And so y'all gonna lock them up. And then what y'all gonna make them clean the highways, like shit like that? Give them like it's just what we're seeing now, and this is why I tell people, you can say what you want. This is a crucial election year. Yes, it is. And when we tell y'all to get out and vote in y'all small term elections, y'all sit back and y'all complain, and y'all get people like Clarence Thomas that's up in motherfucking cooning his ass off. You got, like there are 3 seats that are up for grabs. Y'all seeing this Project 2025 that they trying to push. Y'all are seeing the shit happen now. Y'all saw what happened with Roe versus Wade.
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action. You see, they trying to bring back the draft. Bringing back the draft. It's illegal to be homeless, but y'all don't have systems and programs in place for these people to even go into. You don't have mental health programs. Y'all don't have
yeah.
So America's toast.
Yeah.
Burnt. And not the good burnt.
No. Like the horrible burnt.
Horrible burnt.
Look, we can't do nothing either. Damn it. I mean, how do I sneak into your state to give me a check though? We're not
getting a check. Look, that's what they say. They said programs. That ain't for us.
I want to get into the programs. What are we getting?
Once they figure it out, let's see. Because then let's figure out if y'all gonna funnel that money somewhere else. Because y'all love to play in niggas' faces.
I mean, straight up, America could easily get over this. Black people don't have to pay taxes for 10 years.
I'm okay with that.
That's it. Like, if y'all don't want to come out with a check, just let me not pay y'all for about 10 years. Let me not pay y'all.
I would say 20.
Could be. I mean, whatever amount of time we come up with. Just don't let me pay taxes for that amount of time. You don't have to come out no money.
This is why that Atlanta episode is very crucial and important.
That reparations episode.
That's the shit that we need to be on. Like, oh, okay, y'all not gonna do it. Okay, that's fine. We about to come up on all y'all shit.
Yep.
Come up on.
And we're gonna start proving that you owe me money. Like we're gonna find the actual family members and start. And I wonder if you could do that. Like if you found like the real family that owned you and be like, try to put a lawsuit against them, like an individual reparations lawsuit. Since people want to talk about what you didn't do, if I can prove that your family enslaved mine, cut me a check.
Yep.
Or we can put a lien on your crib. It's all good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Go. I mean, you can stay in there. Just pay me rent.
Yep.
I own this.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Ah, man, I gotta get ready, get stuff ready for Xander. So we gotta wrap this one up early.
Yeah.
Where can people hit up, Dom?
You know, continue to support me on this my YouTube page.
You got more. You coming up more content? I'm sorry for Russia, for getting to Russia on your the one video I put up. For
it was the music. It was something with that music. I'm guessing. I don't know.
It's just Russia though.
Yeah,
it's only Russia.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But and that's happening, and then my main page and scheduling interviews for Whiskey Sour. Somebody asked me online yesterday, like, oh, when is your podcast coming back? So yeah, it's getting all that scheduled out, and that's it. Just focusing on this, and
yeah.
So
man, we will be back. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming up soon that we working on. But thank y'all for listening as always. Peace.